My fellow Slivers across the multiverse. Welcome back to your one and only trustworthy Hive. Well, we did it, we survived 2020. And you know what? When I started the Sliver Hive, I promised myself that I would always try my best to focus on the positives and that each video would aim to reflect the excitement and joy that Magic the Gathering brings to me. So hey, we gotta admit that 2020 brought us many powerful cards for Eternal formats. And the Eternal format that really got me into Magic the Gathering in the first place was Modern. For this video, I'm not here to put on my tinfoil hat and discuss if Wizards is secretly trying to kill Modern by implementing a soft rotation with supplemental products, or even with utterly broken standard sets. We can have that discussion when Modern Horizons 2 arrives later this year. Right now, I just wanted to share a list of the 8 cards printed in 2020 that I consider to be the most impactful in Modern so far. Well, let me rectify my last statement. They are not just the ones I personally and subjectively consider the most impactful. If you check results from tournaments of the full past year and you check the current metagame, you will see that I didn't just pull this list out of my ass. If you don't play Modern yet, but you would like to start this year, I highly recommend that you start by checking the cards on this list, and the decks that play them, of course. So, let us begin. Number 8 on this list is Soul Guide Lantern. Yup, it turns out a 1-mana colorless sideboard card that triggers prowess, exiles problematic cards from graveyards upon entering the battlefield, and can later be used to exile complete graveyards or draw a card, is good enough for Modern. Who knew, right? It might only be a sideboard card, but the amounts of flexibility and efficiency contained in this card were always destined for greatness in the premier format for all things flexible and efficient. And it's a damned colorless artifact, my fellow Slivers. You can play this thing in the sideboard of any deck that you want, and it will probably never feel useless or out of place. The number 7 spot would have to go to Clothes, God of Destiny. The deck where it has seen most play is in Gruul Utopia, a deck that uses Utopia Sprawl and stuff like Arbor Elf to either Stone Rain or Blood Moon your opponents out of the game, while ramping towards threats such as Bloodbraid Elf, Chandra Torch of Defiance, and even Elder Gargaroth or Glorybringer if you just can't help the Timmy in you. Clothes is played as a 2 or even 3-off in this deck because, well, why wouldn't you play her? Bloodbraid Elf can hit her with Cascade, her ability to exile cards in graveyards to either ramp or drain for 2 life is excellent, and with so many Utopia Sprawls, Arbor Elves and other colored permanents, it's not impossible to turn on Devotion and enable Clothes as an indestructible finisher. Very fun and competent deck in my opinion. Number 6 is one of my personal favorites of this list, because I always thought that my favorite Modern deck, Death Shadow, needed another threat that did something similar to Shadow, you know, for redundancy. Scourge of the Skycliffs is kind of that card. It's quite efficient, sitting at 2 CMC, it benefits from everyone fetching and shocking themselves to death in Modern, plays extremely well with other efficient threats and spells, and hey, if nothing is going your way and you play this with Kicker on the late game, that might just be enough to bring you back into the game. Amazing, my fellow Slivers. Now good old Shadow has a buddy not named Gormak Angler. Bravo! Number 5 will have to go to Dryad of the Elysian Grove. This card's main home is in either Valakut, Scapeshift or Amulet Titan decks. It kinda does everything those decks want and more. After all, it's 3 mana, so, you know, degenerate, fast, modern playable. It lets you play an additional land on each of your turns, it makes all of your lands produce any color you might need, it has a big butt that cannot lie, and won't die to bolt, or to push that easily, it can block a lot of Modern's premier creatures. The card is so good, decks that run it always do it as a 4-off. Good indeed. The number 4 spot on this list is reserved to not 1 but 5 different cards. The Triumphs. Come on, aren't fetch lands like everything that is good and pure but also bad and unholy in Modern? Well, now you can have access to 3 different colors on your first turn. But why on earth would you want so many colors, you might be asking? Well, because numbers 3 and 2 would have to be Obnath, Locus of Creation, and Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Yes, 2020 is the year where Modern, a format defined by ultra-efficient cards such as Path to Exile, Serum Visions, Thoughtseize and Fatal Push, or good old Lightning Bolt, turned into the format where 4-colored, 4-dropped Omnath and double blue, double green escaped Uro became the absolute champions everywhere. Seriously, these dudes have already destroyed Standard while they were legal. They're kinda halfway there in Pioneer and look, good enough for Modern too. What could possibly be worse / better than these two powerhouses? No, Bad Kitty, don't you on Vintage? No, don't do it, oh crap. Mono Red decks play the cat, Boros Burn decks play the cat, Dead Shadow decks play the cat, Rakdos aggro decks play the cat, Small Creature aggro decks play the cat. And I'm talking about post-companion errata disaster, my fellow Slivers. Lurus is such a mean kitty that, despite the companion tax or whatever that is that you have to pay now, it is still putting up results in Modern and other formats. What a mean, powerful kitty. And that's it, my fellow Slivers. Those are my picks for the top 8 cards in 2020 that have been the most influential / impactful in the Modern format. I truly hope that we will be able to play Modern at our local game stores again later this year. We will have to be patient. In the meantime, remember that your health comes first. Hey, maybe you can start ordering those Luruses and Uros for when the time comes and we can make others salty about Modern in person once again, huh? If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, maybe consider leaving a comment, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and click on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. But above all, don't forget to share this video with other Slivers across the multiverse. That is truly the best way in which you can support your Hive. Take care, my fellow Slivers, we'll gather again on the next video.